Hey everyone, this is Stealth, and welcome back to Heroes Workshop. I hope everyone's having a great day. Well, you are, because now you're watching me, right? Right? Right. What are we doing today? We're making another cosplay thingy from one of my favorite video games growing up. And that's right, you guessed it, it's Mortal Kombat. What? Ah, better. Much better. We're making the Scorpion mask from Scorpion X. No, not Scorpion X. Mortal Kombat X. If you want to make your own Scorpion cosplay mask, you can get the foam peppercore file template. It's free. You can get it below, and you can build one yourself. And as always, if you're new to Pepakura and foam building and cosplay in general and you want to get started, I have an in-depth tutorial on my channel. It's very, very in-depth. It's like 2 hours. It teaches you all the basics and all the techniques that I use to build with Pepakura Designer and foam Pepakura file templates. So all you need to do is watch that video and absorb all those techniques, and that way you can apply all those methods and techniques on any foam Pepakura file templates you come across, and it should be no problem. Click the card that pops out on the top right and it'll take you there. So last month I made a Sub-Zero cosplay mask, so I figured might as well do the Scorpion mask because they're mortal enemies. And plus, those are two of my favorite characters, so it was inevitable. If you want to check out the Sub-Zero mask build, you can also click the top right and another card will pop out and it can take you to that video too. That template in the video is also free, so that way you can go there, get the file, and build your own Sub-Zero mask as well. That's right, you can build two of those masks. Build one for your buddy, or teach your buddy how to build, or whatever. Or build one for your grandma. Let her be Sub-Zero or something. Just have fun building, that's all that matters. As usual, you gotta pay up the currency, the stealth books at Heroes Workshop. So please, to help the channel a lot, I'd appreciate it. Just hit like. If you're watching, just hit like. That's all you gotta do. You can subscribe too if you want. That's cool too. You can also set notifications. That's cool too. But the most important thing is hit like. What else I gotta tell you? This is a very simple build, just like the Sub-Zero one. You guys can probably use this as a beginner project if you're new to all this, and should be fine. A lot of people built the mask and they turned out great. Enjoy the video, follow all the tips and tricks that I do to this mask and all the torture I put it through to get the final product, and that way you can apply those techniques to your own build and you can have fun and go out and wear your cosplay mask and do whatever you want. I don't care. So,
Scorpion.
To start off, print your templates on cardstock paper. Do not print on multi-purpose paper because it'll be too flimsy to trace onto the foam.
Get over here!
Make sure to tape your paper templates together for testing the scale of the mask. So that way once it's assembled, you can try it on your face and see how it looks. And that way you don't have to waste foam in the process. Foam thickness used is 6 millimeters. Remember when tracing onto the foam to merge pieces to get a larger section to reduce seams. And also make note of what pieces will sit on other pieces. And I usually draw these gluing tabs. All of these kind of techniques are mentioned in the Pepakura foam tutorial that I talked about in the intro. Then I heat shaped some of the pieces using a heat gun. I couldn't fit these pieces on my styrofoam ball because they're kind of small, so I just used my thumb to kind of give that curve and my fingers to kind of stretch and pull it. It worked out perfectly fine. Then I used contact cement to glue everything together. You apply the contact cement on both edges, and you have to wait for the contact cement to dry a little bit so that way it's a little bit tacky before you can actually assemble the pieces. Then I used a rotary tool with a sanding bit to kind of even out some of the uneven seams and just kind of soften some of the edges as well, just to give them more of a softer rounded look. And I went over with a heat gun to reduce the roughness from all the sanding. Next I added some battle damage using a wood burning tool. I grabbed some reference online and then I just went over the mask in certain areas with scratches and pit marks just to make it look chewed up, because this thing is really beat up, so I tried to get it as close as possible and just kind of be creative. This is the kind of mask where more is more. You know, usually battle damage is like less is more, but you can go nuts with this mask because it's really beat up. Next I sealed the mask with some bounce. You can use tacky glue. I applied it with a foam brush. I just put one coat, and then once that was dry, it was ready to prime and paint. Congrats to those that won helmets. All you need to do is go to the Doom Guy helmet video. I have a pinned comment. Reply to that comment your email address, and I'll contact you to get your shipping info. Now let's get back to the video. First I primed the mask. I just mixed a gray acrylic just to cover up all the marker, so that way it wouldn't show through to the yellow. In hindsight, I would have painted this mask white first with a white base, because the darker it is, the harder for light colors to actually show up. So next time I'll just paint it with a lighter primer color, and then it should be fine. Next I did a wash on the mask using burnt umber acrylic paint. I just brushed it all into the crevices and into the battle damage, and then I took a paper towel and wiped some of the excess wash away, but leaving the wash in the crevices and battle damage, because that's what makes those details pop more and gives it more of a dirty and grimy look. And then I got a dark brown color, and I just did some dry brushing over the mask on some edges. So I just kind of lightly scuff the edges with a stiff brush just to give it more depth and more colors, and just create more of a diverse tone using different shades. Then I used some black paint to color in the cheek areas of the mask. And then I also did some more dry brushing with the black while I had it, just to give it a little bit more of a weathered look. I used the same mesh from the Sub-Zero mask, and then I just painted it silver with some acrylic paint, and I glued it into the cheek areas. Then I used the leftover burnt umber wash just to kind of paint the mesh a bit more, just to give the mesh a little bit of weathering so it doesn't look perfectly clean and silver. I took some of this stretchy elastic material, cut it to size, glued the elastic to the sides of the foam, and with that, the Scorpion foam cosplay mask is complete. Look at that. Man, that is so cool. Look at all that weathering. I like it a lot. I hope you guys like it too. Yeah, so if you want to build your own Scorpion, I almost said Sub-Zero. If you want to build your own Scorpion cosplay mask, the foam peppercorn file template is linked below. Get the file and you can build one too. And you can also build the Sub-Zero cosplay mask. I linked that earlier in the video, and you and your buddy can be Scorpion and Sub-Zero, I guess, and go out and be a bunch of nerds. Hey, I'd do that. I'm a nerd. Yeah, okay. Anyways, let's wrap this up because it's really early in the morning, and I never usually film this stuff at night. I usually do it during the day, but it's always noisy during the day. So I tried at night, and it worked out, but I'm also tired. So I'll see you guys next week. This is Stealth from Heroes Workshop. I appreciate you guys watching. Hit like. Don't forget the like. Helps the channel a lot. Yeah, see you guys next week. Bye for now.